Why won't you help me? Come and see a selfish brother.
In Mwago village, everyone knew Emeka. They did not know him because he was loud, they knew him because he gave. If a child needed school fees, they said, go and meet Emeka. If a woman's shop collapsed, they said, Emeka will help you. If a roof leaked during the rainy season, his name would enter the conversation before the rain even stopped. Emeka was rich, yes, but more than that, he was free-spirited. He gave without recording it, he helped without reminding people, and everyone talked, at the market, at the boho, under the mango tree, that Emeka is too kind. God will bless him. He does not behave like someone that has money. And somehow, those praises always reached the ears of his younger brother. Chinedu was poor, not lazy, not foolish, just poor, but over time, poverty did something dangerous to him. It began to change how he thought. Whenever people praised Emeka, Chinedu did not feel proud, he felt small. He would lift his shoulders and say, after all, he is my brother. At first, it sounded like confidence, later, it became entitlement. My brother is rich. My brother has money. My brother cannot refuse me. Slowly, very slowly, Chinedu stopped seeing Emeka as a brother, he began to see him as a resource. Their mother noticed first, she noticed how Chinedu no longer greeted Emeka with warmth, how his eyes hardened whenever villagers praised his brother. How love was quietly being replaced with comparison. She said nothing, she only watched. One afternoon, Chinedu walked into Emeka's compound without greeting. He did not sit, he did not smile, he said it plainly, like a command, I need money. Emeka looked up, for what? He asked gently, I want to invest in my farming. I need money. Emeka nodded slowly, my brother, he said calmly, give me some time. I am sorting out some things. I hear you. There was no pride in his voice, no mockery, no disrespect, just honesty. That was when Chinedu exploded, so now you are doing like this. Is it because I always come to you? Is it because I ask you for assistance? His voice rose, if it is these villagers now, you will help them immediately. Is it because they praise you? Is it because they clap for you? Silence. Emeka just watched him. You are becoming wicked to me, Chinedu continued, selfish. Stingy. That word hung in the air. Emeka did not shout, he did not defend himself, he said nothing. Chinedu laughed bitterly. Don't worry, he said, I have seen you. I will show you that you cannot treat me anyhow. And he stormed out. Later that evening, Emeka sat beside his mother. His shoulders were heavy. Mama, he said quietly, why can't my brother understand? She listened. I am in debt, Emeka continued, serious debt. I am struggling, but nobody knows. I thought Chinedu would understand the most. His mother sighed deeply. Don't worry, my son, she said softly, I will talk to him. Emeka nodded. That night, Chinedu paced his room, up, down, talking to himself. So this is how he wants to behave now. Because I come to him. Because I ask for small assistance. His bitterness grew teeth. He helps villagers freely. Strangers. But me. His blood. He spat on the floor. He is becoming wicked. Selfish. He forgot something. He forgot who paid his children's fees. He forgot who listened when he had no one. He forgot who stood behind him when the world ignored him. All because, for the first time, Emeka said, give me time. And in Chinedu's heart, something dark began to form, something dangerous, something that would change everything. Chinedu did not sleep that night. He paced the room like a trapped animal, sweat dripping down his back, anger buzzing in his ears. Selfish man, fake generous man, so you finally said no to me. That night, jealousy finished growing. The next morning, Chinedu went to the market early, not to buy anything, to talk. He stood where women gathered to gossip and sighed loudly. Someone asked, Chinedu, why do you look troubled? He laughed bitterly, it's nothing. Just that sometimes, people are generous to strangers but wicked to their own blood. The woman leaned in. He continued, imagine having a rich brother and still struggling to eat. Imagine begging your own brother and being treated like a burden. Gasps, whispers spread like fire. By evening, the story had changed. Emeka is pretending. He helps outsiders to polish his name. But his own brother is suffering. Emeka heard it. That night, he said nothing. He only sat quietly, staring at the wall. Their mother noticed the silence, but Chinedu was not done. He went further. He visited a man in the neighboring village, a man people spoke about in hushed tones. The man listened quietly as Chinedu poured out venom. Then the man shook his head. Your brother's hands are clean. People he has helped will speak for him. His goodness protects him. I don't care. I don't want him protected. I want him dragged down. I want him poor. I want him crawling. The man looked at him long and hard. Once you cross this road, there is no turning back. Chinedu didn't blink. Do it. 2 weeks later, everything started collapsing. Emeka's business partner vanished. With money, false accusations surfaced. Then came the final blow. A community leader confronted him publicly. We trusted you. If these allegations are true, you are a disgrace. Emeka stood there, stunned, mouth dry. For the first time in his life, no one defended him. The same people he had helped were silent. By the time the dust settled, Emeka was finished. Death swallowed him whole. He sold his car, then his equipment, then his pride. One evening, people stared. Is that not Emeka? What happened to him? So even the mighty can fall. Chinedu watched from a distance and smiled. Emeka returned to farming, not as an owner, as a laborer. He worked on other people's land, sun burning his skin, blisters tearing his palms. People who once begged him now paid him peanuts. Some mocked him openly. So charity didn't save you. Where are all the people you helped? He said nothing. At night, he slept hungry. Their mother cried silently. She tried to speak to Chinedu. He snapped at her. Let him suffer. That's what selfish people deserve. That night, Emeka overheard villagers talking. Maybe he deserved it. God has exposed him. He closed his eyes. Something inside him broke completely. Chinedu stood outside, listening to the same gossip. For the first time, the village praised him. At least Chinedu is honest. Unlike his brother. He felt powerful, victorious, but as he turned to leave, their mother whispered behind him, my son, when you dig a pit for your brother, make sure it is not wide enough for two. Chinedu paused, then laughed. He did not know that the evil he released had already turned around and was walking slowly back to him. The village had never seen Emeka like that. Once upon a time, his name opened doors. Now, it closed mouths. People who used to shout Emeka now whispered when he passed, not because they hated him, but because suffering makes people uncomfortable. He worked on farms that were not his, carried loads younger men rejected. A rich man turned laborer overnight. Yet one thing never left him. His hands were still clean. Even in suffering, Emeka refused bitterness. When villagers delayed his pay, he said nothing. When children mocked him, he smiled and moved on. But Chinedu was enjoying every second. He walked taller. Now, louder, meaner. At the market he laughed and said, some people think being kind will save them. Look at my brother now. Kindness didn't save him. People nodded, not in agreement, but in fear, because Chinedu's prosperity didn't feel normal. Money came fast, too fast, faster than farming ever allowed, but his nights became heavy. Sleep left him first, then peace, then health. One night, Chinedu screamed awake, sweat soaked his mat. In the dream, Emeka stood in front of him, silent, eyes sad, hands open. Behind Emeka were faces, too many faces, men, women, children, all staring. Chinedu laughed it off in the morning. Dreams are for the weak. But the dreams returned, every night. Then his business began to rot. Customers vanished, debtors refused to pay, money slipped through his fingers like sand. He went back to where he had gone the first time. The man looked at him and shook his head. You were warned. Clean hands cannot be held down forever. Evil has an expiry date. Chinedu begged, The man stood up. What you sent out has finished its work, now it has come back for you. The market was loud, not joyful loud, the kind of noise that presses into your skull, women shouting prices, metal clanging, children crying, men arguing over coins. Chinedu moved through the crowd like a ghost. Sleep had abandoned him for days, food tasted like sand, everywhere he turned, things went wrong, small things at first, a goat died for no reason, he kept telling himself the same lie, it is coincidence. That was when it happened, a man suddenly pointed at him, "Hey." The shout cut through the market like a blade, people turned, "Are you not the man that just came to my shop?" The man pushed through the crowd, eyes wild, "Where are my goods?" Chinedu froze. I don't know you," he said, but the man didn't listen. "This is him. This is the thief." Before Chinedu could finish a sentence. "Thief! Hold him. Don't let him escape." Hands grabbed him, fist landed, something cracked against his shoulder. "Wait. Please. I didn't steal anything." No one listened, pain exploded everywhere, someone hit his back with a stick, another slapped his face, he fell, dust filled his mouth. For a moment, he truly thought, this is how I would die. Somehow, by luck, by mercy, by chaos, he broke free, he ran, through alleys, through mud, through shame. When he finally collapsed behind an abandoned building, his chest burned like fire, he held his knees, sweat dripped down his face. "God." He whispered, "What is happening to me?" Then he heard it, laughter. Soft, slow, mocking, not from one direction, from everywhere. A voice followed the laughter, not loud, not angry. "Come, you have not seen anything." Chinedu's blood ran cold. "You decided to destroy an innocent man." His breath hitched. "This is only the beginning." He covered his ears. No, please. Until you confess, to your brother and to this village." The voice paused. "Everything you touch will rot." Silence returned, but Chinedu knew something had shifted. From that day, his life collapsed openly, people avoided him, flood swallowed his farms. Friends crossed the road when they saw him, the same villagers he had poisoned against Emeka now whispered when he passed, "Isn't he the one that caused his brother's downfall? I heard nothing good follows him anymore." At night, guilt sat on his chest like a stone. He remembered Emeka's silence, his patience, his tired eyes, and still, his pride locked his heart. He refused to take menial jobs until hunger humbled him. One morning, Chinedu stood at the edge of a farm, watching men walk, the same men who once greeted him with respect. "Please," he said quietly, "eyes down, I can walk." They looked at him, long, then one said, "We pay daily." "Small money." Chinedu nodded. "I will take it." The sun burned his skin, his hands blistered, his back screamed. At night, he lay on a mat, staring at darkness. That was when he heard the voice again, not outside, inside. "This is the path you chose." Days later, he stood before his mother's house. Emeka was there sitting thinking about his life. Thinner, older, but still calm, Chinedu fell to his knees, not dramatically, not loudly, just empty. "I destroyed you," he said, "my jealousy did." And for the first time, Chinedu told the truth, about the lies, the betrayal, the wickedness. The silence afterward was heavy. Emeka looked at him for a long time, then said, "I never needed you to suffer. I only needed you to stop." Chinedu wept, but something was already decided. Chinedu never fully recovered, not because Emeka refused forgiveness, but because evil always leaves a scar. He lived quietly, worked hard, spoke little. Things didn't turn around much for Emeka. Things started working out for him again. Chinedu forever lived in regrets because he used his own hands to destroy their family, and because of his jealousy, the family would never be the same again. The village learned, and people began to say, "Be careful what hatred pushes you to do. Because wickedness always collects its debt." The rich brother lost his money, the poor brother lost his soul, and only one loss was irreversible. Thanks for watching. Did you enjoy the story? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow Dell Stories for more interesting stories.